Hello to my Aquarius and happy full moon to my Aquarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Aquarius. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic day. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Happy full moon to everybody. This reading is for the 11th through the 11th of July, just so we're crystal clear. The 11th of July through the 18th of July. A lot of people are still asking if the 7/7 portal is still open. The answer is yes, it is. So energetically speaking, yes, it's still open. The effects of the 7/7 portal are still active even after July 7th. And so portals are energy windows, not single day events, right? So the peak of 7/7 portal occurs on July 7th. But its influence typically lingers for several days before and after. So usually from July 4th through July 11th, right? So you may be still integrating downloads, upgrades, or intuitive messages. Okay, so if you've been feeling extra sensitive, mentally clear, emotionally raw, or drawn to journaling, solitude, action, you're still riding the energetic wave. And so collectively, the themes of 7/7 are still unfolding. So things like deepened spiritual awareness, soul aligned decisions, karmic cycles ending, activations of inner knowing and destiny, releasing misalignment. And so coupled with this full harvest moon in Capricorn, that energy is also overlapping this window, helping you ground what the 7/7 portal has revealed, right? So right now, even though all of these videos are timeless, you'll see them whenever you're supposed to see them, right? They'll pop up on your timeline whenever you're supposed to see these videos. Uh, you want to still pay attention to what phase the moon is in. I have a lot of information on moon phase rituals and practicing the light side of the moon. You want to educate yourself on dark moon magic, but not practice it, right? Because there's too many people out here practicing dark moon magic. Some people, that's the first thing they resort to when they're upset, frustrated, whatever, things aren't working out fast enough. They go right into the dark side of things, and then they end up regretting it. So source is saying that's not the side you want to land on. That's not what I'm teaching on my channel. I'm trying to help my collective community stay high vibrational and fly above all of that, right? So keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. You're going to start seeing a lot of things work out in your favor in this new tradition that you're setting. And that's what Amun and Capricorn is really, really all about. It's about setting a new tradition, for yourself. Some of the things that you all can still do during the portal still being open. And if you're watching this video on the 10th or, the 11th, whatever day that you're watching it on, there's still time. You know what I'm saying? There's still time for you to to just like really kind of sort of get into it, get into it, right? So if you're watching it on the 10th, the portal is still open, so still time to do some things. But some of the things that you all can do is journal, what truth are you awakening to? The second thing you can do is meditate or visualize stepping through a radiant doorway. Third thing you can do is set or refine your intentions. You can also, fourth thing you can do is do energy clearing or spiritual protection work. You can also listen closely. You can listen closely to signs, synchronicities, and repeating numbers and patterns. And again, you can get all those things through your personal readings and things like that. So if you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to my website, it's queenamunra.com. And so one final thought before we just jump right into tarot for you all is the 7/7 portal isn't about rushing into action. It's about choosing alignment over urgency. All right. So if you feel the call, the portal is still open for you. Let's just jump right on in. Let's set the tone for your reading here, Aquarius. All right. All right. That wants to pop out. All right. Every decision I make, I consider my inner child. Everyone has an inner child, right? So if you would not think of this like this. So right now, everybody is breaking ancestral chains, curses, you know, breaking ancestral curses and chains and all those things, right? And that's the judgment card. Judgment card is retrograde, or Pluto, which is the judgment card, is retrograde in your zodiac sign. What else is retrograde? Neptune is retrograde in Aries right now. So everybody's prayer life is increasing. It is not your burden or responsibility to carry ancestral burdens on your back. You want to pray about it first and ask source, okay, what exactly is my assignment? Really, that's gonna help you significantly to not carry other people's burdens. Because if you didn't make a deal with um, the dark side, then it's not your burden to carry. Okay, so a lot of people feel like it's their burden to carry their parents, grandparents, great grandparents, great great grandparents on back, burdens on your back. And remember, when the moon moves through Capricorn, that can affect your backbone, your joints, your knees, your skin, your hair. People feel like it's their burden to carry, and it's not. You weren't the one that made the deal with the dark side of things, right? So, yeah, consider your inner child. Would you put all that burden on your own inner child, right? And so, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're talking about free will. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. So, you want to keep your vibrations high. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, a lot of energetic cleansing as you move into this new phase. You're having a tower moment. You're having a total recall. Is a tower, right? So, you're divinely protected with this tower here, but you're having a total recall that yes, you need to pray first, pray and meditate. What is my assignment? It's like if you can like envision through prayer and meditation, okay, you standing there getting your assignment directly from source, right? And source is telling you here is your generational cycle, curse, or chain to break. This is your specific assignment. I equipped you for this particular assignment to break, right? I'm taking you back through your past life. I'm taking you back through your Akashic records. I'm telling you, this is the assignment that you're supposed. Don't worry about everybody else and people jumping to conclusions and making impulsive moves. You're divinely protected. I'm protecting you, right? Think of it that way. That's not your burden to carry. People making impulsive decisions, assuming the worst about you, trying to loop you into things, phase you out, doing those things. And so I say, imagine sitting there in your prayer and meditation. What assignment did Source give to you, right? Because you're thriving. There were people who assumed that them talking about you behind your back, you were going to be lying down somewhere with 10 swords stabbed in your back. So that last sword, meaning that when you had those 9 swords all in your back, somebody thought somebody closest to you, that could be your spouse, it could be your child, it could be somebody who's closest to your best friend. People felt like, okay, we got the thing that's going to really put that final sword, in Aquarius, that's going to really take them up out of here. We can really do a destiny swap up out of here. But guess what? All it did was cause you to go through a rebirth. Once you have 9 swords in your back, you've gone through enough nightmares. Source is saying that one last sword for you, you went through a rebirth behind closed doors. You're thriving. So in that time for you all have a lot of things have come to you through the air. You've learned a lot. You all are thinkers. You've spoken to a lot of people. You've remained high vibrational. You may have whatever, like I said, yeah, this person right here is not carrying burdens on their back anymore. They're considering that they have an inner child, but so does everybody else have free will. Yeah, some things were done to you behind your back, maybe in a spiritual court or physical court, but nevertheless, some things were done behind your back, right? Let me help you all with some, because I know zodiac signs like, some things that you can kind of sort of, work with, like in terms of, energy, things that you can work with, like, so energy leaks, energy hacks, right? So when you think about energy, right? So you can either sit there and overthink things, or you can take the same swords that people use to stab you in the back and say, I need to go ahead and cut them off. That was free will. They had a choice to talk about you behind your back, or they had a choice to talk to you directly about some things. So modern day rituals like understanding energy leaks and energy hacks, like one of the best things that you can do for yourselves once you realize all this conversation and stuff was going on behind your back, by people who said that they loved you, whether they were family members, friends, or whoever, colleagues that became friends, whoever you allowed to get close to you, is understanding energy leaks and energy hacks. When you think about a sword being in your back, that's a leak, right? You got to heal from that. That's not something that, okay, that was a scratch on your skin. That's a sword in your back, right? So energy leaks are all situations, people, activities, food, drinks, so on and so on, that ultimately leak your energy and diminish the cognitive clarity that you have for pursuing your dreams. And so the list is entirely individual. I'm going to share some with you, and you can create your own if you want, but just kind of sort of pay attention to what works for you and what doesn't. You kind of sort of tweak the list however you want to, but like energy leaks could be things like loud noises. Like some people don't like to be around a lot of loud noises, right? Because it throws you off. You can't really concentrate. You can't even think for yourself when you're around a bunch of loud noises. If that's your energy leak for you, that's something you're going to cut out. You're going to take a sword, you say, I'm cutting that out, right? Staying up past a certain time, that could be an energy leak for you. Some people absolutely need to be in the bed by a certain time, right? Overdosing on caffeinated drinks. That could be something where you found out, you know what, when you try to lie down and rest, you're still hyped up off of, drinking too many energy drinks, or maybe you had one too many cups of coffee, or whatever, right? Too much screen time. Maybe, everything on the salacious news online. What's going on in this celebrity's life? What's going on in that celebrity's life? Like, oh my God, wow, I didn't know this and know that. It has seemed like it's taking the attention off of your own life, but it's still leaking your energy when rest is a part of healing, right? Getting your rest is a part of healing. You want to thrive, right? Also, staying indoors most of the day. You need to get outside, get some fresh air. You're an air sign, right? And also you're a water bearer. You need to get outside, grab your water bottle, drink some water, get near bodies of water, right? To flush all of that stuff out. Take your spiritual baths and spiritual showers. Also, midnight, Instagram or email sessions, right? If you're at work, why are you powering up the laptop late at night or for your job, answering emails, and your colleagues are saying, wow, this person's sending out emails at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, responding to emails 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? Like, who's getting up that early? Like, what's going on? Right? Also, multitasking. You're not really giving anything 100% of your attention. So it could appear that you're doing multiple things, but you're leaking your energy, right? You're not really giving anything 100%. So energy hacks really kind of sort of pour discipline and determination into restructuring your schedule. So it really includes downtime and rest, movement and time outdoors, mindful nourishment, and anything else that your body, your mind, and spirit might need in order to flourish. So you want to listen to your body, and you want to turn earth, because you're going to get a message of this new lease on life. You're going to get a message of a new lease on life here. But energy hacks are different for everyone. Some energy hacks could be solo time. You could be a person who really likes to spend your solo time, right? And so that may be totally different for somebody else. Some people may need, to have a partner in their life. They may need to have somebody around them all the time. You may be a loner. Your zodiac sign is a loner sign. You could be one, right? And so there's nothing wrong with that, right? You may need to get out, get some fresh air, go take a walk or whatever, maybe you need at least 8 hours of sleep. Or somebody say, oh, you can sleep when you die. Okay, but you need some rest, like, or you're going to collapse, right? Maybe switching out all of that caffeine for, something else, right? So that your body can get balanced out, like finding other healthy alternatives, like certain fruits and things like that, right? Or maybe talking to a dietitian or something, right? Or going online, getting some free information by professionals for free, right? So swimming or getting near a pool or a stream or a lake or something like that. If you're close, reading, reading books, or, listening to ebooks or something like that, or audiobooks, right? Or reading ebooks or listening to audiobooks. Sunbathing, getting out under that sunlight to recharge from that big energy ball in the sky in the sun. You can also do one thing at a time with full presence, right? So again, you can kind of sort of tweak the list as you want so that you're not carrying the burden, on your back of like feeling like, okay, it's your duty and responsibility. And a lot of that happens because people have seen other family members carry everybody's burden on their back, never giving attention to their own inner child. Maybe you saw grandma do it. Maybe you saw granddad do it. Maybe you saw, your parents do it. They really never got a chance to sit down and enjoy dinner because they up, fixing everybody else's plate, like an octopus. They doing this and that, cleaning up, trying to wash the dishes, clean up, doing this and that, racing up and down the stairs, doing this and that. Or maybe you saw your father doing, working 10 jobs or whatever the case may be. Nobody ever really sit down to relax. So it's almost like you look like you're lazy because you need 8 hours of sleep. So it's like, no, consider your inner child. You're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. A lot of stuff was done behind your back. And so, yeah, every energy that stabbed you in the back that could have come to you while you were behind doors, that talked to you but still chose to talk about you behind your back. And if they went to court, whether it's spiritual court or physical court, you need to take that sword and cut each one of those energies off without even second guessing it. Because what's between 10 and 6 is 9. You've gone through enough nightmares is 8. Those energies could have talked to you, right? But they already considered you as dead, right? The 8 in 8th card in tarot is a death card. The 7 is justice. They have already done some kind of injustice to you, or assumed that you had done some kind of injustice instead of talking to you directly. So yeah, you need to just move on. You need to move on. So these energies kept you and somebody apart. It could have been you and a spouse. Some energies tried to come in between. It could have been you and your kids. It could have been you and a best friend, somebody that they kept apart. So say you need to take that sword and cut every last one of them off. It's not your burden to bear. You need to make a decision. Quick. This is not where you overthink it. I just ran down the number of the cards for you. Something is over. You're already thriving. I'm trying to shift the timeline for somebody. You're already thriving, right? These energies were ruthless. They were ruthless and calling you some kind of a garden tool, right? So y'all figure out which garden tool, right? So speaking of which, some of you all can just better serve your time in just planting seeds, right? And again, harvest. Maybe you go to the store and get a plant. Maybe you start, maybe this is your new life, right? Maybe this is your new lease on life. This is your patience doing like little things around the house. This is right, your 6th house, right? Maybe gardening is your new thing, buying new plants, tending to them. That's a form of life that you can pour into, since the number 6 is a very nurturing number. Maybe somebody likes plants, right? Right. So again, make a decision. I'm looking at the Lover's card here. Lover's card is about partnerships in business and or in love. And so energies who decided to partner with each other behind your back, they partnered up with each other. But really, this card right here, see this number 6 right here, again, speaks to 6th house. It also speaks to 3rd house too. 3rd house speaks to Gemini, 6th house speaks to Virgo. Both of them are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is about to go retrograde in Leo. When the moon moves through Leo, this is where you say you go where you're appreciated and not where you're tolerated. Okay. And so any places that almost seem like they were just simply tolerating you, sources like, make a decision. You're a fixed sign. You're not going anywhere where you're just being tolerated, no matter where it is. No matter where it is, family functions, friendships, jobs, whatever. No, no. Make a clear decision. A clear decision. Get structured and get structured. Yeah. These energies who decided to pair up against you. Remember, this is the polarity to this sign here. So this is Libra and this is Aries here. So we're not talking about a Aries or a Libra, but we're talking about polarity as well. This is 7, this is 4, right? So source said 4 and 7 is 11. This is where you need to get off the fence. Somebody needs to really get off the fence and be enlightened about, just educating yourselves on numerology. This is the year 9. Numerology, spiritual justice, a spiritual law, all of these things. These energies made a decision. They made a decision. You have to make a decision. They were using somebody as a pawn, like it was a game. You need to make a decision. Yeah. So you can continue thriving. You can continue thriving, right? So what's hidden in the Tower card, and that's why you hear some people say, oh my God, I'm having a Tower moment. All Tower moments are not a bad thing. What's hidden in a Tower moment is obsession. These energies were obsessed. Whoever this energy is, this could have been an ex-love interest or ex-business partner or something like that for somebody. These energies were obsessed with judging you behind your back. And they paired up with whoever they could pair up with, whether it was your family, friends, job, whomever, behind your back, promising people, hey, a whole new lease on life. But what they were saying about you was that you were some kind of a garden tool. And this is somebody who said that they loved you. Their love language is not the same as yours. So again, like I said, continue vibrating high. Continue vibrating high. Continue vibrating high. That's what I got for you all. Here, money is coming across your path. Money is coming across your path. You're not paying these energies any more air, no more attention. Yeah, and this is what it is. Somebody felt like because you're not paying them any more attention. Yeah, so the Ace of Wands fell on top of the King of Wands, fell on top of the Knight of Pentacles. Because you weren't paying somebody any more attention, somebody just decided, you did not work hard for your money. You didn't work hard. You and somebody did not work hard for your money. So they decided to send someone into your home, looks like in your cards here, to find out exactly what kind of work do you do. And if they couldn't find something, okay, this person is working legit, they're going to create a lie and then wear someone else's skin, right? Wear someone else's skin. Have somebody to back this up. So it's the same. That's going to be an absolute no. You had an idea of who was behind what. So source is saying to you, you had an idea of who was behind what, but you're not giving it any air. Trying to help somebody. If you have an idea of who was behind a bunch of lies that were told on you, source is saying to you, you need to keep it pushing, keep it moving forward, give it no more air. You're dealing with some energies whose ego is big as the state of the state Texas, and that is not your love language at all. That's not your love language. You sacrificed a lot, working really, really hard. It's something you did from the ground up to earn your money, to make your money. And these energies could have all these people that talk to you, whoever these energies are, listen, remain high vibrational. That's why you're continuing to thrive, because you did not engage in any dark magic. That you didn't engage in any dark magic. So I see you being successful, at something. Something has been exposed. Here we have the Four of Pentacles here. Something has been exposed about somebody being sacrificed. Something has been exposed. These energies assume the worst about you. And this is if this was a romantic situation for you, this is somebody who was not even committed to even getting to know you. This is why I really want you all to keep your vibrations high. This should even be a no-brainer for somebody, for real. You shouldn't even overthink this. Something has come to light. Something has come to light that somebody that you love was sacrificed. All because people really assumed your financial independence. You had all of this up, that you worked hard for financial independence, that you were doing something illegal, or that you were lying about whatever kind of work that you were doing. But remember, between 10, you got 9 of swords, which is not out here on the table. You got 8 of swords, you got 7 of swords, and then you got 6 of swords here. So that's a lot of people that you've talked to that could have just come straight out and just asked you. These are people who say they love you and could have just come straight out and just asked you. This is about collaboration. We're talking about making connections. Collaboration, not competition. So these energies are working real hard to get you kicked out of wherever you kicked out of your job, get you kicked out of your place, wherever you live, your home or something. That's going to be a no. You have somebody has new love coming across their path, or a new business partnership or something coming across your path. And this energy wanted to stop everything for you, like end everything for you. So whoever you are, Source is saying to you, you are continuing to thrive. As we had a Ten of Swords here, this particular Ten of Swords, you're continuing to thrive. So yeah, all of this skipping steps in between here, promising people who, you know, that they don't have a whole new lease on life. If they can, somebody could just enter into where you live, or enter into your job, or spy on your job, doing all this mess. Somebody really did not love you. I mean, I'm being direct with somebody. Somebody really did not love you. Somebody saw you as opposition from day one, and you're finding that out now in hermit mode. Yeah, a light came on for you while you were in hermit mode. Somebody is now realizing that these people, whoever these energies are, their love language is not the same as yours. So they could say all day long out of their mouth, whoever these energies are, that they love you and, oh my God, you should have told me. They could play the gaslighting game all day long. I'm trying to help somebody. They can try to gaslight you all day long. But communication works both ways. They can gaslight you and say that you should have told them this. You should have come to them. None of that is going to work. None of that is going to work anymore. That's not going to work. They decided to side with someone else over even listening to you, all because this is money. This is money. This is money. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody could not believe that you even had it in you to create multiple streams of income. It's like they could not believe that you could put the energy that you even had the wherewithal to even be smart enough to come up. That speaks in volume. Whoever you are, it speaks in volume. It speaks in volume. Whoever this love interest is, something in them didn't even want to get to know you well enough to know that you had the fire in you. Like it's and if your family got involved in this almost lets me know that you're somebody in your family or people in your family. Like I feel like if it's love, like people took the time to get to know you, whoever you are in your family, be like, oh yeah, they got that from so and so because you know they come from parents that are go getters. Yeah, we proud of them or something like that. But all people saw was money. That's all people saw was money. That's it. That's all people saw was money. So I'm telling y'all, y'all need to make a decision. Y'all need to make a decision. The portal is open. The moon is a full moon, right? Completely demonized you and somebody else. Yep. So there it is. You know, I'm telling y'all, y'all don't need to vibrate low. I'm trying to tell you, don't need to vibrate low. You just need to be your fixed sign, and as fixated as you were on being an overgiver, you need to be that fixated on taking that same sword that people stabbed you in the back and cutting them off, blocking numbers, everything. Nothing else needs to be said. Nothing else needs to be said. So much time and money was invested in making you look like a garden tool, okay? When there's two sides of the sword, a lot of these same energies have done things in secret, just like they secretly went to court behind your back. If Source exposed what they've done in secret with their lives, you will see that these energies, it mirrors. So even if you were a person who was a free spirited energy, guess what? If Source exposed them, and Source will, they don't have to worry about it because theirs has been exposed. I'm telling y'all, some of these energies have judged you in one area of your life, and another area of their life is being exposed right now. That's why you can just go ahead and just continue thriving. You can continue moving on. Continue moving on. Six of Swords. Yeah, you and somebody will be continuing moving on. Yep. That's why I'm telling y'all. Listen, Three of Cups. Yep. Source is saying to you, you're grateful that something is behind you. I suggest you all listen to high vibrational music. all of those things. Nobody can stand in judgment of any other human being. Nobody can stand in judgment of any other human being, because you really don't know what goes on behind anybody's closed doors. You don't. That's why they had to make somebody feel worthless. Somebody who already felt low about something. They had to say, oh, you got a key to their job. You got a key to the desk at work. Oh, let me see what they got going on at work. Okay. What projects are they working on? You know, if you got a key to their house, whoever they feel like had a key to any part of your life, just totally disrupting their lives, whatever they got going on in their lives, to use somebody to get into your life to create something. I mean, wow. Yeah, 8 of Wands here. So yeah, you absolutely, this should be an absolute no for you. You are absolutely not going back to anybody who would do this to you. Whoever you are, colleague, you ain't going to lunch with them anymore. If it's a friend that you used to, no, that is a no. They weren't even thinking about what your love language was, treating you like you just a complete, like I said, you're an eagle, fly above the crows. 2 of Swords. Y'all need to start letting whoever think whatever. You don't even need to be at an impasse. For real. You don't even need to be at an impasse with this. These energies want to do a destiny swap. All they thought that you had, they knew you invested a lot of time and energy into something. They wanted to come in and swap lies with you, and that was it. That was it. What lie do we need to tell? what do we need to say? What lie do we need to tell? So it's like, look, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing for you here in your cards. Continue keeping your vibrations high. Continue. I'm seeing your friendships, and I'm seeing your community come together. I'm seeing you continuing to water the seeds that were planted in your life. Continue keeping your vibrations high. I see a lot of you all thriving. And again, every decision that you make, you want to consider your inner child. You want to consider your inner child, right? Expect powerful change. Powerful change, right? Yeah. Expect powerful change. Yeah, somebody wanted to be a part of something, and someone that you love wanted to be a part of a group or wanted to be a part of an organization, and these energies could not wait to say, okay, you want to be a part of something. Okay, well, what you got? What you got to offer? And you were the sacrifice. So you're going to expect a powerful change from whoever they are. But again, all these other energies who sacrificed you and someone else, this is going to be a big old no for them, no matter who they are. Yeah, because you're successful. Stay focused. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. Yeah, some of these people, I'm telling y'all, some of these people are parents. They sacrifice your kids. Some of these people are spouses. They sacrifice your spouse. Some of these people are siblings. They're human beings that sacrifice other human beings. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Had no second thought to even talking to you about something like, hey, I love you. I heard such and such. This conversation, rumbling going on behind your back. Like, what? So I don't know who this is for. Take only what resonates with you. Like I said, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. But you all are successful. Continue being successful. Continue rising above the negativity. If people want to think the worst about you without talking directly to you, and they want to go right into believing the worst about you when you worked really, really hard. A lot of you all, and I've talked to a lot of you all have worked been in very powerful positions that you worked really, really hard for. A lot of you all are first generation, just out here doing the dang thing, like making stuff happen, in your lives. And these people are coming in at heart chakra stage, right? And so they don't know the connections that you've already made with people. They don't know the work that you've already done at the root chakra, the communications that you had with people. the kindness, the energy that you put out into the universe bank. So that's what source is saying. Listen, keep your vibrations high, continue thriving. You are very successful. So continue being successful. I am is source. You're a prayer warrior. You are a prayer warrior. Continue being a prayer warrior, but you are not going back to anything or anybody that tried to destroy you. They showed no compassion. When it came to compassion, they turned their back. So say, listen, source is putting you in the company of compassionate energies here. Right? That is what I have for you all. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Hopefully this is helpful. So yeah. Yeah, I'm telling whoever this is, I don't know who you are. Listen, there's no reason for anybody to be holding no grudges. You need to be in forgiveness mode for real. Forgiveness of yourself. For real. Forgiveness of yourself. Somebody's an overgiver. I'm telling y'all, that's generational. For real. Overgiving is generational. That's part of it. You saw somebody in your family as an overgiver. You saw somebody babysitting one too many times, somebody going to the store buying just way too many groceries because they want to make sure everybody else had this, that, and the other, and still people just took advantage of them. That's something that you saw in your family. So many people saw people couldn't even sit down. I'm telling y'all, you saw that. And so sources saying now is the time to get structure to it. Ask God, what is your assignment? Go straight to source. What is your assignment? What are you supposed to do? What exactly are you supposed to do? What's your assignment? Right? So sync with the moon. Here we go. Sync with the moon. Stay on the light side of the moon. The light side of your emotions. Keep your vibrations high. Keep it positive, high vibrational. I'm telling y'all, do not start practicing no dark moon magic. Stay away from that mess. Yeah. So the answers you seek are coming. Make room for a new blessing because you have a new blessing coming across your path. I love it. And I see multiple streams of income. And so Source is going to download a lot of really good ideas for you all. For those of you all who've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, go for it. I'm telling you, don't have any competition. You don't. If you want to start a tarot channel, start it. You'll find that there's a community of energies who are very high vibrational and very supportive of each other. Nobody's looking at everybody else's number, doing that kind of stuff. Who's making more money than whom? How people are reading cards, competing and comparing. Like somebody got to kick somebody off the platform. All that other stuff, stabbing people in the back, all of that. You will find people actually supporting other people's channels, people commenting on other people's channels. And of course, you do have, some people out there doing whatever, but those are not going to be the energies that you're going to focus on. You're going to focus on the energies. Your prayer life is increasing. I'm telling you, your new home awaits. Yeah, your new home awaits. So you're going to step through your portal, right? Adjust your crown. Take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith, right? Listen to your inner voice. It's you versus you. You versus you. Open your vault door. The curse is broken. The curse is broken. So heart chakra cleanse. I'm telling you, forgive all of these people. You are not carrying that burden of unforgiveness through your vault door, over across that threshold. You are not. Don't even get that energy. So yeah. You are successful. So that's what I'm saying for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'm gonna keep sending you all good vibrations. And again, this is a general reading. So hopefully this has been helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. All right, Aquarius. Bye.